Welcome back to the Gold IRA Blueprint
Thanks for having me.
podcast, where we take your sources and dive deep, uncovering all the golden nuggets of knowledge. And today we're diving deep into American Hartford Gold, a company that's been making some serious waves in the precious metals world. We received some excellent excerpts from the Gold IRA Blueprint website, specifically their comprehensive review of American Hartford Gold. And we are excited to break it all down. So for all of you American retirees out there listening, if you're looking to protect your hard-earned savings, maybe think about adding a little sparkle to your retirement portfolio. This is the episode for you.
Yeah, and right off the bat, it's clear from the Gold IRA Blueprint review that American Hartford Gold, they're not just about selling gold. It's more than that. It's about this holistic approach to wealth protection. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
They really emphasize the importance of portfolio diversification and having tangible assets, especially during times of economic uncertainty.
That's a big one.
Big one, right?
Especially.
No.
Yeah, people are looking for that stability, that sense of security.
Yeah.
And gold, it's always had this reputation, right?
A safe haven.
A way to hedge against inflation and ride out those economic storms that seem to be brewing all the time.
Yeah, and that reputation, it's not just hype. I mean, look back historically, gold has consistently held its value, even when other assets have just taken a nosedive,
That's true.
Yeah, it's a pretty powerful argument for wealth preservation, I think.
Absolutely. It's like having that trusty umbrella tucked away,
Yeah,
for a rainy day.
yeah.
And speaking of options, American Hartford Gold, they offer a variety of ways to invest in gold,
Yeah, variety.
from physical gold like coins and bars to gold IRAs, which, if you're thinking about your retirement portfolio, could be a really smart way to diversify.
For sure. And the Gold IRA Blueprint website, they do a fantastic job of really unpacking the benefits of a gold IRA, specifically the tax advantages,
Right?
highlighting the potential for tax-deferred growth, which can be very appealing for long-term savings.
Yes, tax advantages are always a nice bonus, but I think it would be helpful to break down this tax-deferred growth a bit further. What exactly does that mean for someone considering a gold IRA?
Sure. So essentially it means you won't be taxed on the gains in your gold IRA until you withdraw the funds, typically during retirement. This allows your investments to potentially grow more significantly over time compared to a traditional taxable account.
So it's like letting your money grow in a sheltered garden protected from the taxman until harvest time.
Exactly.
But of course, as with any garden, there are things to watch out for.
Right. And that's something that the Gold IRA Blueprint website is very careful to point out. They highlight those inherent risks associated with any investment. Gold prices can fluctuate sometimes quite dramatically. And there can be challenges with liquidity, meaning it might not be easy to sell physical gold quickly if you suddenly need cash in a hurry.
Makes sense.
Yeah. They stress the importance of staying informed about market conditions and, of course, seeking advice from a qualified financial advisor when needed.
Always solid advice. It's all about balancing those potential rewards with a clear understanding of the risks. And before we go any further, I do want to remind our listeners about that free checklist available at goldira.blueprint.com/exclusive. It's a fantastic resource to help you navigate the world of gold IRAs and choose the right company for your needs.
It's packed with great information.
It is. So now let's compare American Hartford Gold to some other investment options. We hear a lot about stocks and bonds. How does gold stack up against those more traditional players?
Well, the Gold IRA Blueprint website makes a clear distinction between gold and those traditional investments like stocks and bonds. They point out that gold tends to be less volatile. Unlike stocks, which can experience those wild swings up and down, gold generally maintains a more stable value, reinforcing its reputation as a safe haven during uncertain times.
Makes sense. It's like the steady tortoise in the race against that unpredictable hare of the stock market. But what about other ways to invest in gold? I've heard about gold ETFs, those exchange-traded funds that track the price of gold. How do those compare to investing with a company like American Hartford Gold?
That's a great question. The Gold IRA Blueprint review really highlights a key difference here: tangible asset protection. So when you invest with American Hartford Gold, you're actually owning physical gold. You can hold those coins or bars in your hand. With the gold ETF, you're essentially buying a piece of paper that represents ownership, but you don't have that direct, tangible connection to the gold itself.
So it's about having that peace of mind knowing you have a tangible asset you can control, especially during times of economic uncertainty.
Exactly. It's like the difference between owning a house and owning shares in a real estate company. Both have value, but that feeling of tangible ownership can provide an added sense of security.
I get it. But let's be realistic, owning physical gold comes with its own set of considerations, right?
Absolutely. And that's where American Hartford Gold really steps in. They understand that navigating the world of precious metals can be daunting, so they go the extra mile to educate their investors.
That's great.
Yeah, it's not just about making a sale, it's about empowering you with the knowledge you need to make informed decisions that align with your financial goals.
I'm curious about the specifics. What stood out to you about their approach to investor education?
Well, the Gold IRA Blueprint website mentions that American Hartford Gold provides personalized guidance, walking you through the various options from physical gold in the form of bullion or coins to setting up a gold IRA and helping you select products that match your individual investment strategy and risk tolerance.
That's reassuring. It's like having a knowledgeable guide by your side,
Yeah.
helping you navigate a new and potentially complex terrain.
Exactly. And that personalized approach can be especially valuable for those who are new to precious metals investing.
So you're not just thrown into the deep end of the pool without a life preserver.
Not at all. They provide the support and knowledge you need to feel confident in your decisions. Now, before we dive into the specifics of their product range, I think it's a good time to remind you once again about that free checklist at goldirablueprint.com/exclusive. It's a phenomenal tool to help you compare different gold IRA companies and make an informed choice. Yeah, it really takes the guesswork out of choosing a company you can trust.
Absolutely. Okay, let's get into the specifics of what American Hartford Gold offers. What did we learn about their product range from the Gold IRA Blueprint Review?
Well, they offer a wide array of options to suit different investor preferences. So you can choose from physical gold in the form of bullion, those, iconic gold bars you often see in movies, or a variety of gold coins. They also offer gold IRAs, allowing you to hold physical gold within a tax-advantaged retirement account.
It's great that they cater to different investment styles and goals, and I noticed that they specifically mentioned sourcing their coins from reputable institutions like the U.S. Mint and the Canadian Maple Leaf.
Huh?
That's going to be reassuring, right?
Oh, absolutely. Provenance and authenticity are paramount when it comes to precious metals. You want to be confident that you're getting the real deal. And sourcing from those reputable mints provides that assurance. It speaks volumes about their commitment to quality and transparency.
It's like having a certificate of authenticity for a valuable piece of art. Speaking of value, let's get down to the practicalities. Every investment comes with costs and fees. What's the deal with American Hartford Gold?
Well, the Gold IRA Blueprint website emphasizes that American Hartford Gold believes in transparency when it comes to pricing. They really encourage potential investors to understand that full cost structure before making any commitments, which is a sign of a reputable company.
No hidden surprises. That's always a welcome approach. But what kinds of fees are we talking about specifically?
The review mentions the usual suspects transaction fees, which are standard in any investment storage fees if you choose to store your gold with a secure third-party facility, and potential penalties for early withdrawals from your IRA, which is a common feature of retirement accounts.
Right, that early withdrawal penalty. It's a good reminder that a gold IRA is designed for long-term financial planning, not short-term gains.
Exactly. It's about playing the long game, weathering those economic storms, and ensuring a more secure financial future.
Now let's shift gears a bit and talk about American Hartford Gold's reputation. What kind of feedback are we seeing from customers?
Well, Gold IRA Blueprint Review highlights their stellar reputation. They boast an impressive 4.9 out of 5-star rating on Trustpilot, based on a substantial number of customer reviews. That's a real testament to their commitment to customer satisfaction and their ability to deliver on their promises.
Wow, 4.9 stars is exceptionally high. And they're also A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, the BBB. That carries a lot of weight.
It does. The BBB is a well-respected organization known for holding businesses to high standards of ethics and transparency. So an A+ rating from them is a significant vote of confidence.
So we have positive reviews, high ratings from reputable sources. But what about legitimacy? Is American Hartford Gold a trustworthy company? Can investors feel confident doing business with them?
From what we've gathered, absolutely. Their BBB accreditation and A+ ratings speak volumes, and they operate within all the regulatory frameworks established for precious metals dealers.
So they're not just playing by the rules, they're exceeding expectations.
Exactly. And the review even mentions their compliance with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, or CFTC, and their membership in the Industry Council for Tangible Assets, the ICTA. These affiliations further reinforce their commitment to upholding industry standards and best practices.
It's impressive how they're ticking all the boxes. Transparency, regulatory compliance, customer satisfaction, industry recognition. They seem to have a solid foundation built on trust and integrity.
They certainly do, and that's essential when you're dealing with something as important as your financial future.
Speaking of the future, let's bring it back to you, our listener. Why should you care about all this? What's the relevance of American Hartford Gold and gold investing in general, especially for you American retirees out there?
Well, if you're looking for ways to diversify your portfolio, potentially protect your wealth against economic volatility, and add an element of stability to your retirement savings, gold could be a valuable asset to consider. Remember, gold has historically held its value during times of uncertainty and can act as a hedge against inflation, which is particularly relevant in today's economic climate.
And if you're thinking about diversifying your retirement portfolio beyond traditional stocks and bonds, a gold IRA could be a strategic move. It offers those potential tax advantages and a way to hedge against market fluctuations.
Exactly. And based on the Gold IRA Blueprint review, American Hartford Gold seems to be a reputable and reliable company that can guide you through the process of investing in precious metals, whether you're interested in physical gold or a gold IRA. They prioritize customer education and provide personalized service to help you make informed decisions that align with your individual needs and goals.
But remember, no investment is without risk. Gold prices can fluctuate, and there are costs associated with buying, selling, and storing gold. It's essential to do your due diligence, understand the market, and potentially seek guidance from a qualified financial advisor before making any investment decisions.
Absolutely. A well-informed investor is a confident investor. And speaking of being well-informed, don't forget about that invaluable resource we mentioned earlier, the free checklist available at goldirablueprint.com/exclusive.
It's a great tool to help you compare different gold IRA companies and make an informed choice that aligns with your specific needs and priorities.
It's like having a roadmap to guide you through the often complex world of gold IRAs.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here. We've explored what American Hartford Gold is all about, the potential benefits and risks of investing in gold, and how they stand out from the crowd with their commitment to transparency, customer education, and personalized service.
We've also touched on the importance of due diligence, understanding the market, and seeking professional advice when needed.
But before we wrap things up, I think it's important to address, the elephant in the room, the potential downsides of investing in gold. No investment is perfect, and gold is no exception.
Right. It's essential to go into any investment with a balanced perspective, understanding both the potential rewards and the inherent risks.
So what are some of the red flags that potential investors should be aware of, especially in the gold market?
Well, the Gold IRA Blueprint website does a great job of outlining some key things to watch out for. First and foremost, be wary of companies that lack transparency in their pricing. You should always have a clear understanding of the fees involved before committing to any investment.
Yeah, hidden fees are never a good sign. It's like finding out about those extra baggage charges after you've already booked your flight.
Exactly. Another red flag is high-pressure sales tactics. If a company is pushing you to make a decision before you're ready or comfortable, that's a major warning sign. A reputable company will give you the time and space you need to make an informed decision without feeling pressured.
It's your money, and you should feel empowered to make decisions at your own pace.
Absolutely. And be cautious of companies that offer limited information about their products or services. Transparency is key. You should have access to all the details you need to make an informed decision.
If a company's being vague or evasive, that's a big red flag. It's like buying a car without knowing its mileage or accident history.
Right. And finally, be wary of those overly aggressive marketing campaigns that promise unrealistic returns. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Remember, investing is a marathon, not a sprint. Slow and steady wins the race.
Those are wise words to remember. Now, based on everything we've learned from the Gold IRA Blueprint Review, does it seem like American Hartford Gold exhibits any of these red flags?
From what we've gathered, not at all. They seem to be a transparent and reputable company that prioritizes customer education and long-term relationships. The Gold IRA Blueprint website highlights their clear pricing structure, their commitment to providing comprehensive information, and their personalized approach to customer service.
That's reassuring to hear. It sounds like they're genuinely interested in helping investors make informed decisions that align with their individual financial goals.
Exactly. They're not just focused on making a quick sale, they're building trust and fostering long-term relationships with their clients.
And that's what you want in a financial partner, someone you can trust to guide you through the complexities of investing.
Absolutely. Someone who has your best interests at heart. Now, before we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave you with a few key takeaways about American Hartford Gold. Based on the Gold IRA Blueprint Review, they appear to be a reputable and trustworthy company with a solid track record. They offer a diverse range of gold products, including bullion coins and gold IRAs, catering to different investment styles and goals. They're transparent in their pricing, committed to customer education, and prioritize personalized service, ensuring that investors feel supported and empowered throughout their investment journey.
That's a great summary. And what about the bigger picture of gold investing? What's the key takeaway there?
Well, gold can be a valuable addition to a diversified portfolio, especially during times of economic uncertainty. It can act as a hedge against inflation and serve as a safe haven asset, potentially providing stability and peace of mind during those volatile market conditions. However, it's crucial to remember that gold prices can fluctuate, and there are costs associated with buying, selling, and storing gold. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme, but rather a long-term strategy for wealth preservation and portfolio diversification.
Solid advice. And as with any investment, it's essential to do your research, understand the market dynamics, and potentially seek guidance from a qualified financial advisor before making any decisions.
Absolutely. Knowledge is power, especially when it comes to your financial well-being.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Now, before we say goodbye, I want to remind you one last time about that fantastic resource we've mentioned throughout this deep dive, the free checklist available at goldirablueprint.com/exclusive. It's a treasure trove of information that can help you navigate the world of gold IRAs and choose the right company for your needs.
Don't miss out on this valuable tool. It can make all the difference in your gold IRA journey.
Well, that brings